Good morning, YouTube. It's your man KMJ Entertainment here. Today I watched All American Season 7, Episode 3. So this episode release these episode release every Monday. New episode comes every Monday on 8/7 Central. So today the episode was Season 7, Episode 3 and the name of the episode was called Ante Up. So next live will be All American Season 7, Episode 3, Ante Up, and it came on today on February 17th, 2025. So this was the overview was about. This episode was about when Sal Crenshaw's latest addition remains sidelined. Jordan and Coach Bobby clash over his next steps. The Eagles' devastating loss leads to fingerprint pointing from KJ. Cassius brings CJ to a South Crenshaw game. And the next slide will be this. Attention. I will show y'all some clips during the video based on my thoughts and reactions, but most clips will be muted due to YouTube copyright rules and policies. So I really can't play most of these clips because I'll get copyrighted. So I'm just trying to be fair as possible to YouTube. I'm just trying to be fair to YouTube copyright rules and policies. That's all. So let's get right to the clips, and I will discuss them what it's about. This is the scene. This is the first scene where Khalil enters the weight room and started doing his workouts. So once he enters the gym, this young man is ready to focus. He was focused and ready. He could prove that he could show his abilities to beat his team, and I think that Khalil would be a great influence to push this team to the state championship, including Coach Jordan Baker on his side. This is where Coach Bobby talks about Khalil joining the team. Well, Coach Bobby also mentioned that he needed a lot of catching up to do, and the only reason why Coach Bobby let Khalil join the team is that because he needed another body at practice. So Coach Bobby wants to call out the shots and thinks what's best for his team. Jordan only cared about winning and playing unselfish as a football team, and that's what I like about him. But I'm starting to realize that Coach Bobby and Coach Baker about the drama about to turn into some serious beef. Now this is a scene where Yazi started beefing with Khalil, and Yazi still talking smack to Khalil, but instead Yazi wanted to do a competition with Khalil in the weight room to see who's the leader of this team and who is the strongest, but Khalil wasn't afraid to back down on the competition. He was man enough to take the throne. This is the competition to see who would win, but Yazzie all pumped up and being cocky and stating that who team this is, but Coach Bobby told Yazzie, who team? That's Coach Bobby's team. So Coach Bobby congratulated Khalil for making the team. So he will talk to Coach Baker about getting his jersey. Khalil chooses 0 as his jersey number. Now 0 is one of the best jerseys if you want to start fresh. It will also help Khalil represent a clean slate, and a potential to build something from the ground up. So this is the football scene where Khalil helped himself motivate his teammates by winning the game. But at halftime, this is a scene where Khalil is speaking straight facts about the quarterback Yazi. Khalil states that Yazi is playing around, throwing short passes. Yazi is most likely throwing this game away, but here's what Khalil knows. He said that Yazi is scared to throw down the field playing safe. Yazi is the reason that Sal Crenshaw is losing this game, but instead Yazi didn't care. But he told Khalil that some of the other Negro like his hood rat pops. Now that was wild. The scuffle between Khalil and Yazi was about to start until Coach Bobby and Coach Baker separated from him. Yazi said that Khalil don't belong here and they're right. But I don't agree with that. Khalil was very smart and he had potential for winning, and that's what I liked about him. So this dude is smart and he has the potential for winning, and that's what I like about him. Towards the end of the scene, he's on the coaching staff because his last name was Baker. Now that was a wild line the writers ever wrote, but I believe it's true. And this is the scene where Khalil keeps his head up and keeps his teammates win. And keeps his. And this is the scene where Khalil keeps his head up and help his teammates win the game by giving them hints on how to beat their opponents on each play. This is the scene where Coach Baker puts Khalil on the team, and Khalil made that block, and Yazi scored that touchdown. Now that was one heck of a play. That block gives me vibes of reminding me of season 1, episode 1, when Spencer James first attended Beverly Hills, and Coach Billy Baker wanted to come play for him. Coach Baker had put Spencer on that field to make a huge block to win their first game. Now that is the key to success to win the game. Coach Bobby told Khalil that it was a good block, and Coach Baker was very proud of him. I want to pause and finish this scene here because I wanted to finish what I had to say for this 6th scene. So, say this again. Coach Bobby told Khalil that was a good block, and Coach Baker was very proud of him for that. So, this is a scene where Yazi was getting better as a quarterback after Khalil's motivation. So motivation helps people. It helps people's mind. It helps people's state of mind. So, at the end of the day, South Crenshaw has their first win of the season. So these are the 2 clips I'm about to show you about. That I will show you about the blocks. One is going to be from South Crenshaw, and the other is going to be from Beverly Hills. And it's about Spencer's block and Khalil's block that helped them win the game. So this is the first one that's coming from South Crenshaw right here.
Back, Rambles to the left, James going wide. What a block by Spencer James! He cleared Baker from the end zone. He's at the 20, 15, 10. Touchdown!
Now, and I really miss season 1. Those 2 scenes, that first scene I showed y'all, that Khalil's block reminded me of Spencer James. Now this is bringing me vibes of season 1, and rest in peace to my man Billy Baker, man. I know we all missed him. In my opinion, without him, the show would be bored. But man, that is the reason why I wanted to show y'all those 2 clips that wasn't muted, which was Khalil's block and Spencer's block, because I have a feeling that this young man Khalil is gonna remind me of the next Spencer James. Now I'm not saying that to be true, but y'all should know what I mean. I want him to be like Spencer James. Like, that should be in my opinion, that should be Khalil's greatest influence. So I hope y'all like the 2 clips that wasn't muted, because those were one of the best plays I've ever watched on All-American during the series, and I loved it. Now let's continue to this scene. This is the scene where Coach Bobby and Coach Baker was proud of Khalil for what he did last night, but at the end of the day, Coach Baker will have a problem with Coach Bobby will have a problem with Coach Baker by letting Coach Baker making the right calls. Khalil was the reason why South Crenshaw won that game, and he won with the comeback. So Coach Bobby said that Jordan is just like his father. But my question is this: what does Jordan's father have to do with this? Coach Bobby said that he thinks that winning just clarified things. It just justified things and goes behind his back, but it doesn't. And he also said this: this is his team, and if you don't learn how to stay in your lane, he will find himself out the program, which he mentions that to Jordan. But I believe that Coach Bobby should give Jordan credit by helping him win the football game, because if it wasn't for Khalil, to be honest with y'all, South Crenshaw would have lost that game. And let me go back and let me pause here and talk about this scene, okay? If it wasn't for Khalil's motivation, South Crenshaw would have lost that team. Now, let me finish here, and I'm almost done. So, but I believe that Coach Bobby should give Jordan credit by helping him win the football game. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. But Coach Bobby and his team still needs to get it together. Okay, they need to get it together because they have scouts out there watching, coaches and players in the nation is watching this. Like KJ, that quarterback from Oakland, was there. Cassius, KJ's father, was there. The Beverly Hills coach was there. You don't know who's watching. Okay, so they got scouts out there, coaches watching, and other players in the nation is watching this. Now, we can all be excited that South Crenshaw escaped with the W, but at the end of the day, fellas, a win is a win. So Coach Bobby should be happy. So, like I said, at the end of the day, a win is a win, but South Crenshaw can't expect this kind of stuff to happen at all the time, okay? I'm telling you right now, this is not going to work against teams like Malibu or Beverly Hills for sure, because that's South Crenshaw main rivalry. Beverly Hills, that's their main rivalry when it comes to people dealing with two different families. You understand what I'm saying? And it's true. So let's get to the next scene here, where, and this is going to be the final last scene I'm going to talk about for this discussion. So this is going to be the final last scene where Layla and Jordan talks about Coach Bobby. But here's the weird thing. Coach Bobby brings up about Jordan's dad, Billy. Well, but they knew each other back in the day. So this is the scene, and I'm going to pause it here to show what the picture that Jordan was showing to Layla. So Jordan showed him. Well, first let me say this. Layla said that they know each other back in the day, but there was some bad blood between them. But Jordan showed him a picture of his dad's half brother. Grandma Mary gave him up for the adoption when she wasn't young, before she had dad. Grandpa Willie told him what she told Jordan. Grandpa Willie told Jordan already. Jordan thinks that Coach Bobby's beef might not just be about football. He said they might be family. So we just gonna have to see what happens later on in the episodes, but that's the end of the discussion, and I wanted y'all. That is just about the end of the video, and I want y'all to thank y'all for watching this. If you have any questions, comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. And also, if you want to watch the show for free, you know where to comment at.